This video is about small wins, appreciating the small wins in our lives. Have you ever been to a supermarket and you look at the shelf and you stand there staring at the plethora of choices that you have and you struggle to make a choice? There's a Confucian saying that if you chase both rabbits, you catch neither. When we are given too many choices, we become overwhelmed. We don't make a choice because we don't want to make the wrong choice. The American psychologist Barry Schwartz called it the paradox of choice. We spend so much time weighing the pros and cons that we actually are unable to make a decision. A few weeks ago, I was driving in a place where country music is incredibly popular. And if you know me, I love country music. And as I was driving, I found myself going from one radio station, just flipping channels from one radio station to the other. And after a while, I realized it was stressing me out because I had to be cognizant of other road users. I had to be sure I was driving properly. And a few minutes later, I just turned off the radio. And a short while later, I chuckled because I realized what had happened. I had been given too many choices and couldn't choose. Research has shown that our brains are more effective when we focus on small, achievable steps. But we live in a world where everything has to be big, everything has to be huge. And if it is not, it really does not matter. We're inundated on a daily basis, online and offline, with stories of investors and millionaires and billionaires who went from nothing to incredible wealth, whether real or not. And we are disappointed in our own lives or the little progress that we are making. We see all of this and we begin to measure our lives on an unrealistic scale. We begin to resent the small wins in our lives. And very quickly, we give up. Our inability to appreciate small wins affects our personal lives as well. Marriages fall apart because small wins are not appreciated. Our partner gives us a single rose, and we wonder, why not a dozen roses? Because this other person's partner got them a dozen roses. Our partner spends hours in the kitchen to prepare us a good meal. We come back home from work and go straight to bed because we've had a difficult day, ignoring the fact that they spent hours preparing a meal for us, ignoring small wins. Theresa Amabile and Stephen Kramer in their book Progress Principles said, small wins ignite joy, engagement, and creativity. They went on to say events which seem unimportant can have tremendous effect on our inner work life. Small wins. The word small and win does not really register in our minds because we are raised to believe that anything small cannot be successful. We find it difficult to relate the word small with winning. I mean, winning is supposed to be huge. It's supposed to be big. So the very word small side by side with win is very, very difficult for us to deal with. Carl Weick, the organizational theorist, said, small wins have a transformational effect. When a small win is established, it propels us to the next small win and the next and the next, which leads to greater and greater accomplishments. If we're on a weight loss journey and we lose 0.1 kg today, it might not even register on the scale. But if we lose 0.1 kg every day for 1 month, it will result in a great weight loss story. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books, was living in abject poverty and raising a child when she wrote the first Harry Potter book. She committed to writing at least one sentence or one page every single day until she finished her first book. Small wins. We need to retrain our minds to appreciate, to recognize small wins, to remember that great progress comes from small steps repeated over and over again. Big doors swing on small hinges. We need to retrain our minds to appreciate small wins. We need to recognize that great accomplishments come from small steps repeated over and over again. Small wins repeated over and over again. They compound to great accomplishments.